Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I just wanted to pop on. I've been feeling called to bring you a message for Pisces season. So I know that we're partway in, but I just want to this is the message that's been coming through, okay? I've been trying to read this reading a few times and I've been interrupted, or things weren't in the perfect condition, so I didn't get it done. I've started it twice, and the first time what I heard was no excuses. So I have this I think it's Jade, or it could be Adventuring, I can't remember, but either way, Merkaba or half Merkaba. And oh no, okay, so not oh no, but the message I heard is you're half of everything, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna just take a moment to call in spirit. You're more than half, you're whole. But then they're also reminding you before I get into spirit that you are connecting always with your spirit team, so you are here. But just to always remember that what I heard is to work with the forces that to create your own destiny and to work within timelines. Okay, so for however that means for you. But I'm just going to take a moment to call in spirit, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light. Any of you your spirit guides who would be here for our highest good, or mine. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the highest good of all of us, but the most far-reaching, and in the clearest form. Okay, so before I get any further here, I also just want to say, I heard few public service announcements, but for any of you who are feeling super down, very, very depressed, or, not wanting to be on this earth anymore, you are always worthy. You are so loved beyond means, and, reach out, seek help, because these moments, they pass, and, what I heard is as well, is it is always important to invest in your mental health, okay? So I heard that right away, and it was so interesting because I've tried to get this reading a few times, okay? So I just want to say to you that that came through, and I wanted to really share that, okay? And that you are absolutely always worthy. And they're saying to see past all that cloud and that self-loathing. Because, those are lies. Those are lies. The shit that we tell ourselves that make us feel unworthy. And I'm thinking of Thor's hammer, but the things that we say we can't possibly hold it because we're not worthy. Yes, you can. I guess, so trigger warning for any of you, but this is where it's going to go. They show me the B at the bottom, which is spread heart healing with joy, and I'm going to bring this to you. And under that was stay balanced and in your essence with the panda. And they're one more, see through the illusion into truth. And this is so important. See through that illusion into, they say, take the top, which is dolphin, live joyfully and in the present. That sometimes you gotta dig yourself out of deep. And so what I'm hearing is with this, okay, first off, hive, reach out to your friends, reach out to your loved ones. For some of you, I heard, again, this is with this, I don't remember if it's called the flower, or there's syrup. That's the flower of life, alright. But, sheepers. I don't know if it is connecting with, the hive members you have, but they're also saying of past. So if there's, old friends, or if someone, they're acquaintances, but if there's someone who, you have a connection with, or bond or something, and you're not talking to them now, but you are feeling the way that you are, they're saying don't hesitate to reach out, because the love that people have for each other, the to its core, when, sometimes you drift apart, but when you have that genuine care and connection with somebody, when we're at our worst or when we're at our best, what I'm hearing especially now is really the connection is important, okay? For some of you, it's if you feel the need, or if you're guided to reach out to somebody, do it. As long as you're not quartered not to. But I'm just gonna move forward. But again, you are always loved, okay? So reaching through these moments, that if it means taking a minute and taking a mental health day and having a bath or just doing nothing and laying down and just truly taking a moment. And they're also giving me things like, so also important to recognize the signs that you're overworking yourself, overstimulating yourself, or getting to a point where you know in your own mental health, in your own world, you're just, it's not right. Things aren't working. Go, if you started new medication too, they're saying like, go to the doctor. Okay, like this is not doctor's advice, but get there, right? Because sometimes hormonally or just suicidal thoughts come. What I heard from is Ozempic. I was watching somebody, I think it's that Jelly Roll guy's wife, Bunny, saying she can't take it because it really intensified things. So just out of love and so much respect, get your butt there. But I also want to share, I've been guided to share this as well, is that, in the last couple of weeks, I've been really, and I know we're coming into Mercury retrograde, so I'm sorry if I get emotional, but I just want to share this, okay? Because they're saying, like, check on your friends too, okay? I've been thinking about, my own personal experiences and losses from, gosh. This is why it's so important to help each other so that, we can prevent suicide. Like I said, if you are feeling that way, please go get help, okay? There's no shame. So, what I'm hearing is, again, like, sometimes we can get to our lowest points, but those points are temporary. And sometimes you can pull yourself out, sometimes you need a little help. So I can reach out. But, my aunt, years ago, just before not Thanksgiving, Easter, decided that was her time, and it was horrible. It brought everyone in together, I guess. And then I've been thinking about her, but also when I was in university, one of the members of our friend group did, and he committed suicide. And to any outgoing or outward-looking person, he did not look like that person that would ever have done that. And I think about him sometimes too. So, if this is for you, he was so loved. He was so loved. Everyone, that there is so much, and this is torture and demons inside of us that, don't let them win. Don't. Okay? There's no shame in getting help. And I wanted to share that because, I saw a message about, I was like on the community like bulletin board thing, like they should get scanner feed shit. And it just popped up on my feed, about like, correction workers calling in for mental health. And it was so important that first off, that good thing they did, but that also correction workers are one of the top professions to do this. I live in Ontario, Canada. Like, I live in Ontario. This is one of the biggest things. And, these jobs, these professions, these high stress, high, violence, these high stress professions or these environments, though, this is the stuff that farmers, right? I think that it's just so important right now. What I heard is, and in my own opinions too, but to be gentle with each other. Okay, and again, this is living joyfully in the present, that if you feel yourself getting down, sometimes you gotta actively pull yourself up. Sometimes get a cup of coffee, go out for a walk, get your endorphins going, set a goal and work towards that. There is, give yourself a little control and make, do little things every day, to give yourself joy. Okay. So that is that message. I want to move on because we need to move in past joy. We can't always say that. We can acknowledge that that's happening, that we feel like that sometimes, or that you know, it's very, very important. I know that there's people here, okay, so I think sometimes one of the reasons that there's so much shame put on, okay, and this is where I think it's important that if it is you as the viewer who are going to be reached out to, I don't know if you saw that, but it could have been dust, but it was not dust. If somebody you love or have loved in the past reaches out to you and you didn't expect this, right? They're saying, like, keep an open mind and a loving heart. And what they're giving me is, like, no shame, okay? Because that is the last thing that somebody, like, this is what I'm hearing, okay? That somebody may need. Like, this is definitely not what they need. It is... Guys, if you hear my background, I'm sorry. My kids are in the basement, and I think this is like you keep moving through things even when things aren't perfect, and I'm not holding on to perfectionism, okay? I'm gonna actually pause you because I'm gonna get a card, but I feel so strongly. Like, I smudged. I want to smudge a bit more in here, too. Alright, so guys, I'm sorry if I triggered you. They're showing me this bat again too, this moving through the illusion into the truth, and that's those lies that tell you that, you know, that nobody would miss you. I'm not laughing at it. Those are those lies, right? And this is like, be the Batman. Transform into something through these, what I heard is dark nights of the soul, and you have the Nine of Cups. That the words I heard is some big bosomed lady, the chested man, however you want to, whatever you want, is waiting there to serve you however many beverages of choice you would like in celebration of you and you being here. This is like, it says, best ales, wines, and spirits. And this is something or somebody, what I heard is as well, you know, just like honor your heart, because in the lowest of our points, if we have to pull ourselves out, you need to do it through self-love and celebrating every little accomplishment that you do. And I will say, there are some nice bosoms on there, okay? Just, there's, what I heard is there's enticement, right? And they've been put there on purpose. What I heard is sometimes it's a distraction from the show, but the Ten of Cups is what also came out from under there. And this is logical progression, okay? That, what I heard is through the eye of the storm and seeing past falsities and false narratives and really welcoming in you, excuse me, your characters and your desires. It is going to be important. You know, there's like, they're giving me this, like, stay balanced in your essence. You have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom as well. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And that's also this kind of Queen of Pentacles here. You have the Queen of Swords. Holy fuck. And the Queen of Wands. And I shit you not, the fucking Emperor. Well, the Queen of Wands is, oh no, it's the Queen of Cups is the only one in reverse. So there's don't deny your heart's feelings. You know, what is the pull? And I also want to say, if you're in heartbreak, it's is those moments of true self-worth and love to do things every day to pull yourself out of it. You've got all of the queens here. Give yourself the love and respect you deserve, because not only are all of the queens here, but there's this Emperor card. You've got it. Now, also, they're playing a song in my head, 90s country. Oh, my love, all my kisses. Oh, God, you've got it all. My heart, my dreams, my wishes. All my love, my hugs, my kisses, you've got it all. I'm not sure the rest of that, but look that up. Anyway, that's the message. I'm actually going to pause you because I think we all need a little smudge, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. I got the smudge, okay, Sim Sage, and we're going to ask any negativity, inauthenticity, anything that would attack our self-worth and love, anything that would hold us to this lack of love, to be removed, to help break up this stuff, this shielding on the heart, okay? So I'm just going to say this, we're going to ask this to be transmuted out into the world, out to my kitchen window with love. And that I hope nothing but the best for all of you. I love you all so very much. And